This week's episode of Talking to Mod is sponsored by the Coffee Mod. Don't just dress like an ace face, drink like one too. They're also giving our listeners 15% off when you use the promo code MAGICMOD15. So what are you waiting for? How are we doing, everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of Talking to Mod. This week we've got the talented Meg Wyn, and we're going to be talking about everything from music, how she got involved in it, and her beloved Everton Football Club. So sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 21 with Meg Wyn.
Hello.
Hello.
Out of nowhere then.
I know, right? I was like, fuck, what's going on here? How are you, mate? All good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you? I feel like my phone's gonna fall. I've got nowhere to balance my phone. So, like, my phone's, like, balanced on, like, 4 books, my makeup box.
Yeah, I've stuck...
It's a whole setup.
I've stuck mine on my makeup box as well, so...
Yeah, gotta be done.
What's that? Let's have a look in the back. Oh, you got a Guinness poster in the background, yeah?
Yeah, I've got my Guinness poster. And then, I don't actually know where these have come from. It's Stevie Nicks and then Pink Floyd.
Brilliant.
And me and my mum when I was like 8.
Oh,
and then
brilliant.
I don't talk to anymore, but
they
look cool. I don't talk to them anymore, but the picture's cool.
Oh my God, why
and
don't you talk to them?
But, they're weirdo. Like we were from school.
All right, moving on.
And then I made that, but it's not done, and it's just been there for like...
You like a bit of art?
Yeah, my mum's an artist, so I've kind of been roped into it all my life.
It's good though.
And then Big Jim.
Oh, there he is, man. The main
man.
That's cool. Although you find a lot of people, like musicians, do a lot of art as well. You know, obviously you got Ronnie Wood. He does a lot of art.
Yeah.
You've got Andy Crofts. There's so many. List goes on. There's so many.
Yeah. It's therapeutic. It's like, I'd never do it professionally or sell my art or anything, but I like doing it to like wind down, you know.
You never know.
Or if I can't sleep,
though.
Yeah, it's fun.
That could be your
mess.
that could be your pension when you give up your music and that though. You could fucking sell off a few bits.
I'm not claiming I'm any good or anything.
No, but
it's not a profession.
I went to what's his name? Bob Dylan. He does a lot of stuff, doesn't he? I remember I had a gig in Glasgow, and there was this art shop, and it had his book in there. I was fascinated by it. I looked at it, and this one book with like a signed print. It wasn't even like it was just a print of an art bit he did. It was something ridiculous, like 35 grand. I was like, what?
How?
Honestly, I'm not kidding you, right? But I didn't know how to get out of this. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about, this is a lovely book and that, but I didn't want to walk away, like, so I was like, oh yeah,
I would have absolutely been fuck that.
The geezer starts going, give us your email address and that, and we'll take your number and that. I was like, oh yeah, brilliant. So I had my mate with me as well, and he's like, go on, keep them going. Anyway, 3 weeks after, the geezer rang me up, and he was like, oh, you're still interested in this Bob Dylan book? And I'm like, who the fuck's, like, what's going on here? And then I clocked, I was like, oh yeah, I might have 2 of them, mate. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. But art is ridiculous. I know in Brighton as well. They've got a few bits from Ronnie Wood, and they had this incredible, like, it was like a wooden box that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know, like a milk, like a milk box, or I don't know, some shit like that, right?
But a milk box?
Yeah, like the olden days, they used to, like fuck it. Should we just get to music? No, I've got to tell the story now. I'm too committed now. Like an old milk, like, do you remember like milk floats? Yeah. Don't pretend you know what I'm on about now.
Okay,
like,
like, and you get like 6 in the
That's it. Yeah.
6
So
bottles. Yeah,
that's it.
right.
So they had
Got you.
like
Like a
they're
little basket.
divided. So you have yes, but this one was made of wood, right? And they drew, or whoever did it, done this Amy Winehouse thing on the side, and it
Okay.
was the most incredible thing
I love
ever. And
that.
yeah, that's probably the shittest story you've ever heard. But as I said, I was committed, so I just had to go with it, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I'll store that information in my brain somewhere. So thanks.
Listen, one day you'll be doing a gig, you'll be on stage, and you'll be thinking about these
I
milk,
might,
like the
yeah.
fucking these wooden milk. I forgot what I called them now. Milk
Might
trays,
have to write a
whatever.
song about it.
Listen, do you know what happens, right? When you have a kid, right, you forget
I
everything.
do
Like,
anyway.
yeah, but
So
you don't have a kid, do you?
exactly.
But trust
Which
me,
no hope for me getting older.
mate, it's going to get worse. I'm telling you. Like, sometimes I forget what I'm doing. I'm like, I was up in the loft earlier, right, and I'm thinking, what am I doing up
I've
here? And then the missus, I look
doing that.
down, I'm looking down, and the missus is there trying to chunk me up the Halloween decorations. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to do that.
Yes, that.
But fuck,
Did you
mate.
dress up?
I did. Yes. Do you remember? My missus loves it. Like she always dresses up
I love
every
it.
year, and she proper goes out for it,
Love
like
it.
proper for like all out. Last year, do you watch Still Game?
No.
Well, I might just end this here, mate. To be honest with you, fuck.
I know I'm the worst person ever at
That's
watching
that's your
things.
that's
Like,
your homework from me, mate. You've got to go and check this Still Game
okay,
out. But there's this little gobshite in it called Isa, right? And she knows everything, and she's a proper like gobshite, honestly. And yeah, so she dressed up as her, but because you don't know who it is, you're not going to know. But that was last year, and the year after, I think she did Pulp Fiction, the woman Pulp Fiction.
yeah, me
I
one.
didn't dress up last year. No, not last year, but I went all out this year. I went for what's his name, Arthur from the Joker. You know,
Oh
the
yeah,
most
yeah.
one with Joaquin Phoenix in it.
Yes,
I went for
love that.
that one. Like
Cool.
I saw the outfits in that, and they were like this full outfit was like 80, 90 quid, 100 quid. I'm thinking, sack this off. Anyway, last resort, I went on eBay and got it for £25. Now, I didn't really have any
Love
real
that.
expectations. I thought, it's going to look like something
Okay.
from Wish. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But do you know what? It was actually all right. It was decent. Although I ordered a large and a small came and it was a little bit tight. And I'm like, but you know
Showing
what?
all the muscles.
I don't know about that, mate. Honestly, I've been on the fucking donuts recently. Like since I stopped the drinking and that, I've just been eating a bit too eating all the stuff you shouldn't be eating. Do you know what I
You know
mean?
what? Life's too short not to.
Yeah, you're right, Inya. You're right, Inya. I always say to myself, the diet starts next week. I go for a run next week, and then next week comes about, and you go, don't like the weather outside. I'm going to start again the week after.
Yeah, I signed up to the gym about 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I used to go like every day, and then I stopped because I was busy with festivals, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'll re-sign up, and it's just like the thought of walking from my house to the gym in the cold just like puts me off.
But I
I'm
bet
like,
it's like 2 minutes as well, isn't
oh
it?
yeah, it's literally a 5 minute walk, but I'm like, I don't want to go outside after like doing work all day. Go out to the cold, just go to the gym. Like, oh, I'd rather be in my pajamas. So I'm
Watching
just paying for a
Netflix.
gym membership and not using it.
Shit, man.
I know,
That's bad, isn't it? But
tragedy.
listen, as you said, it's better to stay indoors and be warm and watch a load of shit on Netflix, isn't it?
Exactly
Let's
that.
let's talk a little bit about you and your music, mate. How did you get into it?
I mean, I've always loved singing. Like since I was a kid, it's like all I've ever done. Like proper went on my brother's nerves growing up. Like hated me singing, but wouldn't stop. And then, but I kind of thought it was like something for like rich kids for some reason in my head. Like I'm from a council estate, so I thought you'd have like. So obviously I grew up like with like seeing pop stars on telly and stuff, and obviously like my parents listened to like rock music and indie and dance music and all kinds of stuff. But I don't know, I didn't associate that with like normal people, if that makes sense. So then when I was like 11, I started doing opera lessons. Um,
Opera.
yeah, and then qualified in opera when I was like 13, 14, and then like joined choirs. and I joined like a little Welsh band when I was like 12, and we were shit. It was with my cousins, and it was like the best thing ever at the time. But looking back, I'm like, that was awful. I like used to wear like a pretty green bucket hat on stage and like stand with Liam Gallagher. It was bad, like
Oh my
bad.
word.
Yeah, you didn't see me in that now. Yeah, and then picked up the guitar in lockdown and just kind of started posting covers and stuff in lockdown, like as I was learning how to play the guitar.
You only learned how to play guitar in lockdown?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't know that, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I was kind of just posting covers and stuff, and they were doing pretty well. Like on Facebook, they were getting good views, and then randomly put like a song I'd written up. It was like the second song I'd written. It was awful. And then that did really well on like Facebook and stuff. And then I had to record a song like professionally for my music GCSE, and that was Polaroid.
Brilliant.
And then I was like, oh, I might as well just release it. And then somehow people got in hold of it. And then yeah, just like lockdown finished, and then I got booked for a gig in Manchester with Trampoline, and then in London supporting Lockin. They were both like sold out shows, and it was mad. Just got straight into it.
Is Lock Carl Barrett's missus in it?
No, Cruel Hearts Club, but I did play with them.
I'm sure they didn't. She used to be called Lock. Didn't? Maybe I'm getting confused, but I remember. I'm sure they called themselves something else before they called themselves the Cruel Arts Club. So I remember doing a gig with them in, oh God, where were we? Hull, and they supported the Libertines before me, and I'm sure they were called something like Lock or Lock. Mate, I'm gonna have to check that one out now before, honestly, but I'm sure they were called.
Yeah, love them. I've played a few shows with them, and they're sick. It's so cool. Every time I watch them live, I'm just like, oh my God, they're the coolest people I've ever seen in my life. I'm obsessed. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it.
That's good though. That's good. Like I said, I didn't realise you picked guitar up for learned how to do it during lockdown. That's pretty impressive, really. Because I honestly thought you learned from like as a kid, to be honest with you. When I see some of your videos and that, so that's a yeah, well done on that. Because I've got a guitar over there and I'm still trying to practice it, but it's.
I mean, I had nothing else to do in lockdown. I lived in the middle of nowhere, and I mean, not that Anglesey had anything going on anyway. There was even less things going on, so it's like, well, might as well just learn guitar. So there's only so much Netflix I could do in a day. So yeah,
that's good though. Brilliant. Well done. So keep it up, girl. What about heroes when you were a youngster? Who were you listening to, mate? Who inspired you the most?
Do you know what? Like, I listened to so many things growing up. Like, both my parents are massive music lovers. Like, I've been going to gigs since I was like 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah, I went to watch McFly when I was like 5.
McFly.
And then, hey, I'm still proud of that. Still love McFly.
Wait, listen. I tell you, the missus went. Oh, who did she see? Her and her sister went to see someone in Belfast the other. Busted. Right. And I tell you what, I thought, listen, all the time since I've known my partner and that, I thought she was cool. But when she told me she was going to see Busted, it all went out the window,
makes
mate.
It even cooler.
No.
God, I even saw Muck Busted when they were together.
That's right. Yeah.
It was such a time to be alive. I used to make my mum queue outside with me as well, like for hours to try and meet them.
No way.
Yeah, she actually did as well, and we didn't meet
them. They'll be queuing up to meet you one day, mate. Don't you forget that.
God, I'd faint if I ever saw them liking my music.
Listen, you keep doing what you're doing. The thing about the beauty of social media, though, is like anyone can see it in an instant. You know, it only takes one person to tag them in it, or them to stumble across a retweet from someone they follow. Yeah. Honestly, it is incredible. Like the other day, I put this song up, Squeeze Up the Junction, right? And then like I looked at it again and it had something ridiculous, like 5,000 likes, like 600 retweets or something like that. And then I looked at it another day and it had like 9,000 likes, like, and I was thinking, fuck me. And the geezer from Squeeze, he tweeted and said that made him his day, seeing that tweet, and I was like, hold on, that's made my day. You tweeting me? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is
But
mad, isn't it? Like, I feel
yeah,
like my whole, like, I don't like calling them like fan base, but like my whole like
following.
crowd has always come from like social media. Like that's how I've built it. It's mad.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm always like, how do people do music without social media? Like I actually
It, it
believe
makes it.
it,
I
honestly.
mean, you think like back in the day, like your bands, like I mean, obviously, I'm going to say the Jam because they were a band who I absolutely adore. But the stuff they used to do, and I mean, even Oasis, right? The way Oasis went out and like they sold all their tours and all their dates before they even released any bit of music is
I know.
absolutely unheard of. Like
It's
these days,
insane.
you couldn't do it, could you?
No.
You couldn't just say, right, we're going to do a tour here, we're going to play, I don't know, like Earl's Court or something, and not release anything. People would be like, what are you on about? Are you smoking meth? Like,
Yeah, really.
how's that going to happen? But
Yeah,
social media is, it's like a blessing and a curse though, isn't it? Because at
100%.
the same time, you could use it to your advantage and it can help you out in the industry we're in. But at another time, people can just be absolute dicks on it, couldn't they?
Oh, there's so many horrible people in there.
But then I always look at it, Meg, as like they're unhappy in their life. We're doing
Exactly.
something that they wish they could do, and they're just
Exactly.
venting their frustration
I
out. Do you
mean,
know what I mean?
I'd rather do something that I love and get hate for it than do something I hate and probably still get hate for it. So,
Who said that? That's a quote there, isn't it? I'd rather do something. I'd rather
yeah,
be.
it's Taco Bell quote re-jingled. I'd
Isn't
rather
it something like I'd
be
rather?
hated for
It is
who I
Kurt Cobain.
am
That's
than
it.
loved for who I am. But yeah,
That's it.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might get
Yeah.
that tattooed. I quite like that quote. I might get it tattooed. You know.
Yeah. I've
I
just
only
had a
got
little
one
tattoo.
tattoo.
You can't see it, but I'm like, oh, I need to get another one. Addicted.
You got a few, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got one, but we don't talk about that one because it's like a stick and poke that like, yeah. But I've got two real ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna get more next month. I want to get like two
Oh,
sleeves.
good on you. Music related.
Um, that one there is a Rolling Stones one, Tumbling Dice.
Yes, 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 yes.
And then I've got a scorpion on my arm because I'm a Scorpio. And then they'll probably end up being music related.
Yeah, got to, ain't you? Got to.
Yeah.
I got the first one I got. I did a what did I do? I did this tattoo convention. I did the three main ones that this firm do, and it was called Big in North. Then there was the Big London one. Then there was Big Dublin or something like that. And did the gig on the main stage, and then I got bored, so I just thought, should I just get a tattoo? And I got the, like when I was on tour with BJM, a few of the
I
members
love
had it,
them.
and then
Yeah.
like, but it's actually a Dead Skeletons quote. It's like, "He who fears death cannot enjoy life," and it's a picture of, you can't really see it, but it's a picture of like the
Oh,
skeleton as well.
yeah.
But
Oh, sick.
I
Love
loved
that.
it. I fucking loved it, and I thought I'm gonna get that tattooed. And I remember like being in the chair, and the geezer was like, "Oh, is this your first tattoo?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, yeah. Have you eaten like a Mars bar or something before? Get your sugar levels up." I'm like, "Listen, mate, I'm not running the marathon, am I? I'm just having a tattoo done." And but oh, shit, I was like, "Oh my God, mate, are you done yet?" He's like, "I ain't even done it yet." I'm like, "Ooh, I don't, I
Did
don't
you
like
think
pain
it
and
hurt?
that." It did a bit, yeah. I didn't really like it.
I
Like,
didn't find it hurting. I thought it tickled more than
no,
anything.
I didn't like it. But I'm gonna get another one. I've got a few
Yeah.
like little ideas and that. I've got a few ideas.
Yeah.
But let's get back to your music though, because that's why we're here. Honestly, I've got like,
You're just going off.
I think I've got like I'm not even joking, and this ain't like banter. Like, I generally think I might have ADHD or something like that because
Oh,
I go on to something and then I talk about something
all of
else, and
my
I'm like, what am I on
team keep
about?
telling me I need to get tested for it, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm probably borderline, and that, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I just
No.
think I can't sit down and concentrate for more than like, I just go off on one. Like I'm like,
Oh,
oh shit, I've
same.
got to do
And
that.
then I forget what the original point was.
100%. I saw this meme the other day. On Twitter, and it was like a picture of a face going like me at 5 a.m. when I'm thinking about that shirt I haven't seen for 2 years, where it is. I'm like, mate, that is
That
me.
is me.
That is me. Do you know what I mean?
So
You've been doing a few little gigs. Didn't you do a mini tour recently, though? You've been playing Liverpool, Manchester. Was it Manchester,
yeah,
Liverpool?
so I did a tour in March, which was like my first proper tour, and
That's,
then I played a sort of headline show in Manchester last week or the week before, and then I've got Liverpool on Friday.
how was
So
Manchester?
it was insane, like
Good.
mad, like everyone singing the words back, all that kind of vibes. And yeah, it was good. It's like it's such a different vibe playing like being a support band rather than like a headline thing. It's like there's just so much more energy there.
Mm.
And like, I mean, I love supporting people as well, but I don't know, the difference is just mad. Like the crowd was just insane. So hopefully Liverpool will be the same on Friday.
Where is it you're playing in Liverpool?
The Cars,
I mean, you should know,
I
right?
think.
You should.
Yeah, it's got like a weird name. I don't know. It's something Stockroom.
And that's this Friday.
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Are the tickets still available? Or is
I
that sold out one
think
as well?
there's a few still available. It's nearly
Brilliant.
sold out, so should be good.
You're gonna make a weekend of it, like stay over and.
Oh, honest to God, I was planning on it, but I think I went way too hard after the Manchester show. We went out that night, and then I went to a rave the next night, and then I went to Bottomless Brunch on the Sunday. So I'm all out. I'm in my hibernation era.
Did you take your mum with you?
I did on the Friday, not to the rave.
Tell me you took your mum to the. Oh, you didn't take her to the rave.
I wanted to, but I was like, no. But I think I might go again on New Year's Eve, so she might come with me then.
Brilliant. And you recently released another single, didn't you?
I did, yes. It's called Familiar Faces, and it's a classic breakup song about my ex.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like what's her name? Is it Taylor Swift who used to talk about her exes?
I don't know.
Is it Taylor Swift?
Maybe.
No.
Like it's a girl thing.
I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. Did she sing Bad Blood, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it is. I'm sure it's a Taylor Swift thing.
mean...
That's cool though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't like to. I don't want him to know it's about him. You know what I mean?
Well, listen.
Saying that, I'm like, oh.
He's gonna fucking know now, isn't he, kid? Do you know what I mean?
Love that.
Peace and love. Right, let's out him. What's his name? No, I'm joking.
No.
So, I know you're a big Everton fan as well, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
Are they winning? Are they winning at the moment? And they 1-0.
I think so. Yeah. I don't
You
even know what they were on.
Yeah, you got Burnley in the EFL and the cup. I know Fulham are winning 1-0.
Yeah.
Listen, like honestly, I'm not even joking. Right, like you should be honoured that I'm actually doing this and not watching the Fulham game at the moment. You know, there's a few people who can take me away from watching like a Fulham game. Right, one's my mum, my girlfriend, my kid, and now this podcast. So you're in good. You know what I mean?
I'll take it. You know. I can't believe you're a Fulham fan.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but I don't know why. I never.
We played you first game of the season. I think we nicked a 1-0. We nicked a 1-0 win, mate.
Yeah. You gave me shit for it.
Fucking yeah, but I didn't realise you did the You were involved in the kit launch, weren't you?
Yes.
Who else was involved in that? Was there some other musicians?
Susu and Spin.
Yes, I've seen her before. I think she supported the Libertines when I was with them as well. I'm sure she did a show, but I think I've seen her before.
Yeah, she's
good.
And stuff. Yeah, she's sick, and I've known her for ages because we did a lot of like the Scots campaign together, like Scots menswear stuff.
Yes, I remember seeing that. That was with This Feeling as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I met her then, and then Everton asked me to be on it, and then I was like, yeah, and then turned up. We had to like be at the shoot at like 5 a.m. because we were like shooting it around Liverpool, and then obviously we couldn't leak the kit. So I was like sat in a car park at like 5 a.m. getting my hair and makeup done. And Susie turns up and I'm like, oh yes, love that. But yeah, it was nice and it was mad. And then like there was like pictures of it in the shop and stuff. And I was
Did they give you a few bits like
the
kit
kit before? The kit, and yeah, it's been mad. Like I feel like my following since then has just gone like the Everton community is just so like close knit, if you know what I mean.
And
So
they didn't they? You had your song played out at the ground as well, haven't you?
yeah, they always play me at like the half time. I actually went a few weeks ago with my dad, and then we usually go for a pint half time, and then for some reason we decided like, oh, we'll just stay here, like can't be bothered going to the bar. And then my song randomly started playing, and I was like, oh my god, this is so weird.
No,
I
mate,
get like
that's got
like imposter syndrome when that happens.
no, that's got to be unbelievable, though, isn't it? That has got to be
Yes,
incredible.
it was
Do you
sick.
know?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Right, this similar to that. I was watching something. Where were we? I think we might have been at our parents' house or something, right? And they had this Tommy Cooper program on, and I didn't realise that it was the one that I was involved with, the one that I did, right?
Sick.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought this was an older one. So I'm looking down, and the next thing you know, I've looked up. I've heard this voice, and I went, "Sounds a sounds a bit like me, that one." You know what I mean? And I've looked up, and it was a picture of me, like, or it was me talking. I was like, "This is unbelievable." I think I actually did a video going, "How embarrassing!" You know, I'm trying to relax. Next thing you know, I'm fucking looking at
I'm
myself.
on the
But
telly.
that's got to be a surreal moment, you know, as a childhood fan of Everton, you know,
Yeah.
to have your song ring around Goodson Park, innit?
Yeah. I mean, it's mad. Like, I've been going there since I was a kid. So it's just like, it's so mad to me that like my music has gotten me like to work with. Because I never really like thought I'd like ever get the chance to work with Everton, or like I've worked with like Welsh rugby union and stuff as well, and I never really
Yes.
thought I'd get involved in sports, even though. But I've played football since I was a kid. I don't play anymore, but I used to play it when I was a kid. So yeah, it's kind of mad. Like it's like a full circle. Like that my music's getting
No,
me
but
there,
that's
and
good though. You know,
so
you just
fun.
have you got a dream that you really want to achieve in this career? What has been? Do you
Just
know what
for
I
it
mean?
to
Like,
be like, I mean, I'd love to play Glastonbury, and I'd love to play Red Rocks, Amphitheatre
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
Colorado, definitely. But I don't know, just to like, um, just to get to do it full time and
That's good.
just get to play shows and write music for the rest of my life, or just to get to be a musician all the time, basically.
Well, listen,
I don't think I could do another job. So
you're. I think we're 2-0 up. To be honest with you, hang on. Yeah, we're 2-0 up. Sorry. I mean, how old are you now, Meg? Are you
19,
18, 19 years old? Listen, you're
yeah,
on the right path. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the doors you've opened and you started doing the guitar in lockdown, you know, it's as I say this to anyone who I see on here, and that it's only going to get better though, isn't it? You know, if you truly believe in it, like same as me with the magic though. Like when I
yeah,
first started it, I never thought it would open half the doors, you know.
yeah,
And
definitely.
on my hallway, I've got this cabinet with all like bits of memorabilia and stuff from gigs, and you think, shit, like I've done all right, you know.
Yeah,
Like if I, do you know, like, but I'm never. I set myself goals every year, and I'll make them
yeah,
achievable ones. You know, like you say, right, you want to play this venue, or you want to do this amount of gigs, or you want to do
yeah,
that. But I think like as a big gig, I mean, Glastonbury for you, honestly, that would be amazing. But I'd love to do something like that as
yeah.
well. Like I've always had Glastonbury on the date, but you just got to keep plugging away, ain't you, mate?
100%. And it's like, I mean, if you stop, it's just gonna stop in it. So the
Hey,
worst that can
hundred
happen is
percent,
you just carry on doing it, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But at least you've tried. So
100%. So what's next for you, mate? What you got coming up? We know you've got Liverpool this weekend on
yeah, I'm supporting
Friday.
Cushion tomorrow night in Manchester, which should be good. He's a like really old friend of mine, so it should be good to see him again and play shows with him
Who
again.
was that?
Andrew Cushion.
Oh, oh yeah, I know the lad. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Newcastle
yeah,
lad,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw him when he was in Belfast. I think he's followed the Magic for a little while and that. And I went and I think it was Jamie Webster was playing here, and I know my mate's in it in the band with him. So I went and
Ah,
saw him, and Andrew was
oh yeah,
supporting
Andrew
him.
supported. Yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't
yeah.
realise.
Yeah, so supporting him tomorrow, which should be good, and then supporting Sundara Karma, which should be good. I used to listen to them all the time in school, so it's kind of weird that I'm supporting them.
That's brilliant.
But yeah, playing the Ritz in Manchester, which I've always wanted to play. So I've been going to gigs there since literally I was a kid. So it's going to be really cool to play
It's a
there.
great venue.
And yeah, it's boss in it.
Mm.
I saw Brian Jonestown there a few months ago. So good. Oh, you were supporting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. You
I
obviously
don't know
missed
why I
my
just
bit then,
flipped
didn't you?
there.
Fuck.
I
You were
was trying
probably
to think.
still on the piss while I was supporting them, weren't you?
I was trying to think things. So I was like, I have seen you live, but I can't remember where it was. And then when I
Try
saw
and
that
swing that
Brian
now.
Jonestown, I was like, oh, that's where it was. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and then got a show with Swim Deep, which should be good. Love Swim Deep. That's in London. And then I've just got like I'm back in the studio again in
Brilliant.
like 2 weeks. So I've got loads of new music coming next year.
Brilliant.
Next month. It's definitely not next month. But yeah, I've got loads next year, and yeah, I've just been working on that, and I'm really excited for it all.
Brilliant, man. Before I let you go, right, we got to have, what's your favourite song that you've ever released?
Ooh, probably. Oh, this is hard. I love them all for like different reasons. Like, I love playing Familiar Faces live, but I think
That's a
You Don't Get
banger.
It. I think thanks. You Don't Get It for me is like one of the most personal songs I've ever written. So I guess that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One venue you'd love to play in the UK.
Oh, oh my God, this is so hard.
It's not the Chase, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not.
I'm gonna say I have kind of played it, but like with the rugby. But I'd love to do a gig at Principality Stadium in Cardiff.
Brilliant.
That's like
Yeah.
I've played there like acoustically with the rugby, but I'd love to like I'd love for Stereophonics to play them, be support.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be a good gig.
I mean, maybe.
What about? I mean, that sort of leads me on to the next one. But dream support. If you could support anyone, who would you want to support?
1,000%. Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been like my inspiration since I was a baby. So definitely her. And even just to see her live, like all of my family have seen Fleetwood Mac, except for me. So I'm a bit heartbroken about that. Like even my brother's seen them and he's not into Fleetwood Mac. So tragic.
So where can people who, if they ain't already following you, which, you know, if they're not, they fucking should because you bring out good music, man. But where can people find you?
So I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms, and it's all just Megan Wyn.
Megan Wyn. Earlier on, as I said to you, I weren't sure because I thought when I read it back, I thought it was wine, but it's Wyn. And then I was saying to the missus, like, how do you pronounce it? She goes, you say it like this. I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check this. You know what I mean?
The amount of people that call me Megan Wyn, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm not even gonna. I'm way too awkward to correct anyone. So I just leave them. I'm like, yeah, that's my name now.
Have you brung out T-shirts yet?
No, I have got some coming next year though.
Oh yeah, put me down for an XXL.
I will do. I'll send you all of them.
Oh, but mate, I'll be repping them around Belfast. Don't you worry about that, kid. Honestly, mate.
Yeah, man.
But hopefully, I'll try and come to one of your gigs soon. Definitely, yes, when you're next about, man.
Yeah, definitely.
But Meg, listen, it's short but sweet tonight. I hope you don't mind.
No, it's great. Thank you.
As I said to you, like normally the little boy. No, not at all, not at all. Listen, that's done and dusted. We're 2-0 up. Normally the little Lonnie's normally asleep, but he doesn't sleep now. He had a nap earlier, and I can hear him downstairs moaning. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to do the stick him in the back of the car and drive around the estate and that. But
my parents used to do that with me.
I don't know how my mum and dad used to get me asleep. I think my dad. Sometimes I think my dad used to drive me around as well, and sometimes I think my mum put me in the pram and just pushed me around the block and that. But it's all good. It's hard work though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you think you get a break, like you lay down, you think yes, got a break. Next thing you know, you can hear him crying. You think, not yet, man, not yet. But listen, it's worth it. Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world, Meg. Have you got anything you want to say or share with anyone before we let you go? The platform is yours, kid. Take it away.
You can stream my music now. Please do. Yeah, that's it.
The gigs you got coming up this Friday one, is that the one with This Feeling as well?
No, that's with I Love Live Events, which are
Brilliant.
great.
Brilliant.
Liverpool promotion
Is it?
company. They're great.
I'll check that out. I'll check them out. Nice
Got a
one.
This Feeling coming next year, so.
Have you? Yeah.
Don't think they're announced yet, though.
Oh.
So.
We'll scrap this. We'll delete that bit, yeah?
It's all right.
Nah, good stuff, Meg. Well, listen, thank you for joining me tonight. And
having me.
you know, no, not a problem. It's been a good chat. I enjoyed that. It's it's just free flowing. I had some questions, but we just went on to it. It was good. It's nice to know. But yeah, keep up the good work. And listen, we'll see you playing Glastonbury one day. I'm sure of it.
And you as well.
I mean, you never know. I might be supporting you.
Might be on there together.
You never know. You could be doing your guitar, and I can be like pulling doves out and shit like that. You know, it's listen.
Magic Mod remix.
Oh, do you know what? This has got legs. I'm telling you, this could happen.
Dangerous.
But, I know, right? But listen.
It's funny though.
Listen, thank you for joining me, and you enjoy the rest of your evening. All right, mate.
See you later.
Take care. All the best to you.
And you. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. And there we go. What a fantastic episode. You can tell how passionate she is about her music and, of course, her beloved Everton Football Club. That was a really good chat. Hope you all enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you all next week.